about just after 5 a.m. If you can't tell by the noise in the background, I am just coming up to Route 2, just outside of Gorham. Headed down from the Rattle River shelter. Got up at about 3:30 this morning and had breakfast, packed up camp, and was on the trail by 4:30. So it's about 1.5 miles down to the road here. This will be a quick road walk, and we'll be heading up Mount Hayes, Mount Success, and wrapping this day up. Excited to crush it. Platinum, class of 22, coming in the clutch. Yes, it's 5 a.m., but I am absolutely taking a beer with me, and I'm going to crack that when I hit the Maine border. Oh, what a treat. Platinum, shout out. You rule. Unlike an early morning road walk, it's got some miles down early. Although you can make some ground up real quick like this. About to duck back into the woods. 2.5 miles or so as we go back in. And back into the woods. Let's rock. Mahoosucs Trail Junction. See, it's only 0.2 miles to Mount Hayes that way, but as you can see, it's a misty, cloudy, viewless morning so far. You can tell the sun's trying to fight the good fight. It's trying to work its way through, and it will. But not quite yet, so we'll save that Mount Hayes side trip for another day via the more scenic route. Today, we're going to keep heading north. 3 miles to the next campsite. We're going to refill in water, I hope. Another 7.9 to the one after that. Should be about 13 miles, just a little more, to get to our finish line at the Maine border. Working our way up the shoulder of Cascade Mountain. Clouds are starting to lift. There's Mount Hayes back there. We just came down. You can see Berlin over there in the valley. Gorham's over on the other side of Hayes there. Though the Sylvan Mariah range there is still in clouds, but it's lifting. It is now 7:45 a.m., which is the time I got started hiking yesterday. Now, that was out of my control. I was at the whim of the lodge. Did get a nice hot breakfast out of it, which was good. And I had to catch the shuttle at 7:30. So I didn't get on the trail till 7:45. Because now at that exact same time, and I have like 7.8 miles. Made it to the Trident Call campsite. We're at 8.4 miles. Just schlepped down to the water source here. It is not the fastest moving, but it'll suffice. Here comes the sun, baby. I see blue skies. Let's go. Page Pond. The bullfrogs be broken. They're spouting off, and the wind is whipping. Oh, it feels good. Junction for the big final boss. Success Trail's at 3.4 miles. That's my way out. Just got to go a little bit past that to get to the border. about just under 4 to go to the border. We're gonna stop off at the plane crash site before we get to the summit. That's on the little checklist for you as well. We're getting there. We're so close. Let's get there. Just hitting you right off the trail, just below the summit. It's about right where it starts poking out to the scrub. We take a right to fight through some mud and some brush, but the plane crash site is down this way. I just gotta find my way through the herd path here. From above there was a little tricky to find, but once you dip down out of the scrub again, it opens up pretty wide. And here it is. What's left, at least. Check that out. Super neat and super eerie at the same time. Just all this twisted metal lost in the woods. After a very muddy and brushy side plane crash, we've reached the pinnacle. Let's go up there and tag that sign. Drop here wasn't easy. Easy way? That sure was. There we go. Woo! Next stop, Maine. Let's get to that border. On belay? Belay on. Let's climb, I guess. All right, our last trail junction. That's the way home in just a little bit. I got just under 2 miles to go this way. I got a New Hampshire Maine border sign to give a crisp high five to. Let's get there. Oh. Naturally, the one segment of trail that I have to double back on is the world's biggest mud pit. Oof, duh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the world's muddiest state line. I can't even stand on this board. And I'm in Maine. One crisp high five to Maine. I did it! I hiked from Vermont to Maine. Let's go. I have been waiting for this moment since 5 o'clock. Cheers, New Hampshire, and cheers, Maine. Let's go. Ah, it tastes so sweet. We made it. 1 foot in New Hampshire, 1 foot in Maine. We made it. Man, what a week. I was averaging 20-mile days. Really lucked out with the weather, except for the one day I had to skip, which just stinks, but beautiful day in the presidentials. The thunderstorms held off till I got into a shelter, which was great. This last day has been absolutely stunning. If only the humidity was this low the rest of the week, I would have probably could have done faster, but today I've been able to just motor on the uphills because there's no humidity and I'm not just drenched with sweat after like a quarter mile like it was before. Amazing, just amazing. I can now say I have hiked every mile of the Appalachian Trail in the state of New Hampshire. border to border. I can't wait to get home with my map and pull out that highlighter and probably run it dry with how many more miles I just added. What a feeling. We are back at the junction with the Success Trail. It's time to go down. Buzz Lightyear said at the end of Toy Story 2, let's go home. All right, went up the Outlook loop that way, came back down the bottom. Thanks to the cursed loop, I had to climb back up to here to close the gap and trace everything out. All right, back on track. Let's go home.